guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jazzy. It has been a minute since we have had a car vlog, so I wanted to check in with you guys. In the car, I've been having car issues, so we haven't been hanging out much in here. But speaking of, it is, well, not speaking of at all, but it's 80 degrees out right now. 80 degrees, or 83. It's hot, and I am not a fan, but we're going to have the AC on. That's what I was actually getting at here, is if it's shaky, it's not because my car is a piece of junk, even though it is. Speaking of my car, actually, the other day, one of my neighbors that I've never met before stopped me, and, like, he seemed like he knew me very well, even though we've never spoken before, but I guess he spoke to Dominic once, but I don't know. Dominic doesn't seem like the type to tell him all this information, but this guy stopped me and he goes, "Hey, how are you liking your Fiat?" And I'm walking at this point, obviously not in my Fiat. So originally I was pretty creeped out because I was like, I like it. It's a nice car, but like I'm not in it, so how do you know that I have a Fiat? It creeped me out. But then he kind of explained, "Oh, I've met your husband before," and Dominic has no idea who he is because this is how Dominic is. He has not a great memory when it comes to that kind of stuff. And he's like, he kept telling me who he thinks it is, and it's definitely not who he thinks it is. So I don't know. If we ever see him together, he hopefully will remember the guy, because the guy definitely remembered Dominic. He's like, "I spoke to your husband. You guys are from New York." And he like went on about how he's from New York too. His family lives in Florida now. So many similarities. It was very odd. And I was just like, this is the first time talking to you. And not to mention, guy never even introduced himself. Like, I have no idea what his name is. I even tried to introduce myself. I was like, "Oh, like, this is my first time talking to you. My name is Jazzy." And he like didn't acknowledge that, which is a little weird actually in hindsight. He probably should have told me his name. But either way, we had a great conversation. But what he was telling me is that this specific Fiat does not exist anymore. They do not make Fiats like this anymore, which I guess I cannot blame them because it is a piece of junk. But I do love my car, and they don't have like the convertible top anymore. He said they only have one version of Fiat. He tried to teach me a little bit about like cars, you know. He's like, "I'm a big car guy. That's how I know what car you drive." I'm like, okay. And then, but he said he was really interested in Fiat, so that's why he asked. But I'm like, you obviously are never getting a Fiat if they don't make them anymore, so I don't know why you're asking me this question. But anyway, that's besides the point. What I really want to tell you guys is that the world is in full bloom right now. Like, literally, I'm going to put some video over this screen so that you guys can see, like, how gorgeous it is here right now. I seriously love North Carolina in the spring. However, the worst thing is that the pollen is absurd here. Like, compared to New York, when I lived in New York, like growing up in New York, I never had any allergies. And then I moved to Florida, still didn't have any allergies. Then we moved back to New York, still no allergies. Moved to North Carolina, oh my gosh, my allergies they're not that bad, but like they're significantly worse than they used to be. I always get like sinus infection kind of and that's how I always kind of know that like the pollen's coming. But Dominic's allergies are out of control here, like out of control. Biggest reason I want to move away from here, because it ruins spring for me, and I love spring. Spring is literally my favorite season. So it's very upsetting that it always ruins spring, because he's miserable and he can't help it. He just can't breathe. So like, we can't go for walks, we can't go out and do anything, even though like this is the best time to go do stuff. We can't have the windows down, which is the best as well. Oh, this lady, I can't tell if her dog just went potty or what happened there. Yep, he definitely went poop, you guys. What a little cutie kicking his heels. She's looking, hopefully, I mean, if he pooped, he's a cool dog. You guys couldn't tell, but he has like this colored tail. She dyed his tail like a bright blue color. What a cutie. What a cutie. But anyway, you guys, my phone might die, to be honest, because it's like completely dark now. It's just because it's so hot out. You guys know how it is when I vlog with my phone. But anyway, yeah, it sucks. I hate spring for that reason. Even though spring is my favorite season, we literally can't do any of the fun things. Like, we can't go for walks. We can't go for bike rides. Not that we would bike ride anyway. Can't go rollerblading. Not that we would rollerblade anyway. But, you know, it'd be nice to be able to go play like racquetball or play tennis or something. But we can't even ride with the windows down. Did I say this already? I think I did. We can't even ride with the windows down. And it's very upsetting, especially when my car's having issues. So the only time I'm really driving is with Dominic at the moment because my car's having issues. So when I'm with him, I want to have the windows down, but we can't because, you know, I have to be understanding. And then, not to mention, we can't have the windows open in the house, and Sunday has super bad allergies, like super bad allergies. So, and she sleeps at our heads. So at nighttime, Dominic's just miserable. Honestly, it's been garbage. It's been absolute trash the last like couple of weeks because Sunday just like, she can't not sleep at our heads no matter how much we try and push her to sleep like somewhere else at our feet or in between us even. She has to sleep right on Dominic's head. Like literally laying on his head, and he can't breathe that nighttime. It's so bad. But anyway, the only reason I bring that up is because I'm looking at these beautiful trees right in front of me right now, and it's so beautiful here. I just love it so much. The foliage here, that's what it is. The foliage is just so gorgeous. 10 out of 10. Recommend visiting in the spring. That's actually why we ended up moving here, because we came here like around our birthdays, or maybe it was actually around this time in 2019. We came and did like the 3 or 4 day weekend or whatever and picked here. I think I've told you guys that before, right? That like it was just kind of on a whim. We decided to come check this place out, and we loved it because it was spring and it was gorgeous. And I mean, it reminded us kind of California, not without like the price tag of California, but you know, like the foliage reminded us of California. How many times can you say foliage in this video? But the leaves and flowers and all of that, the botanical reminded us of California. But anyway, that's a tea on that. I made shepherd's pie last night, so I'm gonna eat that for lunch. I am super duper hungry. I just went and grabbed myself a coffee, and oh, you guys, you probably just saw that Bloom Chic video, but the Bloom Chic video I filmed, this is literally the other top that I was talking about. You guys know, you've seen it a million times, but this is the top I was talking about in it. It's like a V-neck. I definitely like this one more, I think, but the other one is new, so it feels better than this one does because this one's like all pilled, you know. But anyway, guys, that's what's going on here. I'm probably gonna go home now and get to editing because I have to edit that Bloom Chic video to go up for you guys. And oh, you guys, my gas, I'd be running low on gas now. Probably should go get some. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna hope my car starts tomorrow and deal with it. But I am gonna go eat right now, and I will check in with you guys later on today. I just wanted to check in with you while we're in the car because, you know, actually, you know what's something I just realized? My gas is leaving like very quickly, actually, as well. Huh? That's not good. That's not a good sign at all. Like, literally, I feel like I just filled my tank, and I haven't been going anywhere, so that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I'm gonna go home, gonna eat, and then I will check in with you later. I just really wanted to check in with you guys in the car, because I haven't been able to do a car vlog with you guys in ages. Like, literally, I do not remember the last time I checked in with you guys while I was in the car. So, I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, it is weeks later now. I can't even say it's been days because I just came to edit this video. Well, I came to like save the video to post for you guys today, and I never finished it. So that's perfectly fine, to be honest, because I have a lot to say today. So first things first, I'm pumped because today, and I'm thinking I'm probably gonna vlog it, but I'm probably not gonna put it in this vlog. It'll probably be in a future vlog. But I am going to the Maddie Zom concert. I'm so excited about it. So if you guys don't know who Maddie Zom is, she is a artist that used to be, she actually went on American Idol. She used to be a religious leader, and, or like a, that's not really, I don't know. She used to lead like a religious group, basically, or not, I don't know. We're making her look like she's like head honcho of the religion, but you know what I'm saying. She used to like be maybe a choir leader or something. I'm not quite sure. but she sings about, she also used to be plus size. Okay, but I'm not doing a great job explaining this girl. If you don't know who she is, look her up because she's incredible. She's so relatable. She used to be plus size. She recently, well, not recently, I guess it's been years now, came out as part of the LGBTQIA community. I don't know if she's, I think she's gay, but I don't know. Maybe she's bi. I'm not sure. But she approaches that in her songs. It's just so, her songs are so amazing, and like she approaches it in her songs as like saying that like you're trying to put a label on yourself, questioning your sexuality, and like I just love her so much. And not to mention, she sings the song Fat Funny Friend. If you've never heard it, you might not like her if you've never heard it, and those are two that are just like, they hit home so hard for me. They're basically all about, I feel like I've talked about her on my channel before, but they're basically all about being growing up plus size and just the way that that was. There's not many artists that can do that. Like that, not only is there, like it's almost like I feel such a bond to her, to be honest, because she took what she went through and she's created such a community with what she's went through by being vulnerable with her, like with everyone in her songs. And it's so not easy to do that. But the fact that she does that, I just feel like it just makes me feel so connected. I actually was going to go to the concert alone, if I'm being honest. Originally I was going to go alone. Then I met my friend Stacy, so then I was going to go with her, but she just had a really overwhelming week this week, so she can't go. So Dominic is actually going to go with me now. I was still going to go alone, actually, after that, but he said that he is going to go with me. So that'll be really fun. My friend Brie actually already went to the concert, and she said it was really fun, and that there were some boyfriends there and husbands there, so we should be good in that department. But I really did a bad job explaining her. She's now openly gay, and she's actually gotten weight loss surgery since then, but she still sings. Like she's got such conviction in the words that she says, and I just relate to her so heavily that I just know that this is going to be amazing. I actually sent her songs to my mom this morning because I told my mom I was going to the concert. My mom's like, I never heard of her, but then my mom had heard of her because I post about her on Instagram all the time. And my mom, I had never thought about this before, so I was listening to it through my mom's ears. This is something I do all the time. When I send people songs, I think I got this from my dad actually. When I send people music, I listen to it through their ears. So like I go back and I listen to it the way that they might hear it. It's just so great. I love doing it. I don't know why I love doing it, but I love like hearing the way that they might connect to a song. And so anyway, I sent it to my mom. I think it was Fat Funny Friend, and I listened to it back, and in it, she's talking about like how it's funny when I actually, let me just read you guys some of the lyrics, just because like they be hitting. Okay, so we're gonna have a little dissection of the lyrics right now. I break the ice so they don't see my size, and I have to be nice or I'll be the next punchline. Like, it's just so relatable. It's so relatable. I'm just the best friend in Hollywood movies who only exists to continue the story. The girl gets the guy while I'm standing off screen, so I'll wait for my cue to be comedic relief. Like, this song is lyrical genius. Can't be too loud, can't be too busy. If I don't answer now, are they still gonna need me? I relate to it so much, just being a people pleaser, and also it takes me right back to like middle school years and even high school years. Like, the thought in my mind always, and it's so horrible in hindsight, but whenever a friend and I would have a falling out, or like someone, like I would do something that deserved to be fallen out over, I would always put the blame on my weight. But that's like, it was like a mental problem. But it also was the way society saw people that are overweight, and the comments that people make too. But like, I was always thinking like, they keep me around so their flaws just seem silly. Like, they keep me around so that I'm the fat, funny friend. And I just remember growing up, like, there were so many girls in high school that would be friends with certain girls because they were bigger, and I would hear about it. And also, why would I hear about it? I think there was a season in high school that I was thinner. There was a season in high school that I was thinner, but I didn't see myself that way. And so people would show their true colors when I was thin. And I think that is so important, and also part of why I'm afraid to be thin because they would show their true colors and how they truly speak about plus size people and how they truly speak about like fat people in general. And so I think that's actually what would happen now that I think of it. That's why they would be comfortable saying to me that like, oh, this person hangs out with that girl and she makes fun of her. I mean, it wasn't really comfortable, I guess, now that I think of it. My friend group was more saying, like, that's messed up. Like, what? This poor girl. But in hindsight, I just wish I would have said something to the poor girl. I remember, like, feeling bad about it, but I never said anything. I can't hold that with me, Jazzy. But, like, people would hang out with bigger girls just to make fun of them behind their back. And I don't think I had that, label in high school, but I did in middle school. In middle school, I always felt like I was the bigger friend. Let's just put that out there. Because in high school, I did as well. But I don't think, and I always was the bigger friend, but I was never, like, as big as I was in middle school, nor as big as I am now. But that doesn't even matter at the end of the day. Like, that literally shouldn't matter. But it's just perspective. That's all. I was always thinking, like, when people would say those types of things, or like explain what would happen, like how this person was hanging out with this person because they were overweight. Every time that person would talk to me, I would think, like, and every time anybody would, that would be in my brain. In my brain, I would be thinking, this person may just want to be my friend so that they can make fun of me behind my back because I'm overweight. Ugh, it's just horrible. It's just horrible. High school was horrible. Okay, I say I'm okay because they won't care anyway. And I could try to explain, but my efforts in vain. They can't relate to how and it's so true. Like, I just had literally so few friends that could relate to being plus size growing up. And then she says, can't relate to how I've drawn out in Sharpie where I take, sorry guys, I didn't realize I was going to do a dissertation, but can't relate to how I've drawn out in Sharpie where I'd take the scissors if that's what it took for me to look in the mirror. I've done every diet to make me look thinner, so why do I still feel so goddamn inferior? I love that line. And then she says, can't be too loud, can't be too busy. If I don't answer now, are they still gonna need me? Can't be too proud, can't think I'm pretty. Do they keep me around so their flaws just seem silly? So when I was thinking about my mom listening to it, I was just thinking how my mom would hear it, obviously, but and in reference to me. Like, I wasn't thinking about how she'd hear it in reference to her own life, which is probably crazy, but I just feel like as a mom, like when your daughter, like as a dad, when your daughter sends you a song, like you're probably gonna think of it from their perspective. Maybe not. I might be the only person that does that, because I do it with everyone. Even like if a friend sends me a song, I listen to it from the perspective of myself first, but then I go back and I listen to it from the perspective of them. And I just love doing it. But anyway, I'm thinking of it from my mom's perspective. It put me back to what she could think that means. Can't be too proud and can't think I'm pretty. Do they keep me? And I was thinking about how growing up, there was someone in our family's life that would make fun of me every time I tried. Period. When I would try to be pretty, when I would get dressed up and try to look nice, it was always made fun of. And then it made me think of like how people have older brothers, and like I think it's very common actually for that to happen in family dynamics, because it's a joke to make fun of someone when they try, you know? And that's so messed up in hindsight, but it just made me think of that, that like, can't be too proud, can't think I'm pretty, like can't even try because people will be making fun of you. Do they keep me around so their flaws just seem silly? All of these lines are amazing. Okay, this is the part that actually made me think of what my mom would think. It's funny when I think a guy likes me, and it's funny when I'm the one who says, let's go to eat. It's funny when I'm asked to go out on Halloween, or it's funny when... I didn't hear it that way in the song. I thought it's funny when I asked to go out on Halloween. Dresses and thigh highs while I hide my body. I've always read this as, you know, an adult. And like when you're older, and I remember there were times as I was older going out on Halloween, you know, to like parties and stuff like that. Well, only once actually, now that I think of it, or maybe twice. But where I would try and hide my body. I got really confident though through college, so I didn't do that anymore. But listening to this as my mom... I was thinking she was probably envisioning me in my, because growing up, I was a child, so this makes sense, but I would either wear a blow up polar bear costume one year I wore a old lady, like an old maid outfit with a, it's just so bad. I was too old to be doing this, Mom. I was too old to be wearing this outfit, but I wore an old lady costume. I'll see if I can get a picture and put it on screen for you guys. And she had a dog in her butt crack. And she had a sign that said, "I lost my dog." How old was I when I did that? I need to ask my mom. But, so I was picturing that, me hiding my body with that. It just made me laugh. It changed that lyric for me a little bit, if I'm being honest. It made it a little less, hitting you hard. But anyway, that's the tea on that. So that's that song. There's so many other songs I want to talk to you guys about, actually. I really want to talk about You Might Not Like Her, too. You Might Not Like Her. Lyrics. Sorry, you guys. Apparently I'm in the music mood. Okay. This one hits, okay? So, this one starts with, if you would have told me I'd throw away my purity ring in the middle of an airport, my younger self would laugh, would never believe that, and it's against everything that we stood for. Full body chills, you guys. Like, that lyric hits me so hard, because those of you that know me now don't look at me this way, but it's so funny because if I ever talked to anyone from when I was younger, like, I remember when my friend Austin came to visit a couple of years ago, I was swearing, and he was like, who is this person? This is not the person that you used to be. And it's just so true. Like, I used to be it's not that I was like a goody two-shoes, but maybe, I don't know. I think I was very understanding of where other people were at. I never like tried to force my views on them. However, maybe I did. I don't know. I think I did, honestly. Or maybe I only did mentally in my own head. But I used to not swear. I didn't swear at all till I met Dominic. Like, literally would not say a swear word whatsoever. I literally would not say a single swear word, and I didn't drink till I was 21, and I mean, the purity ring of it all, let's just throw that out there. That's just so accurate. Let's put that out there. And I just wouldn't cuss. I don't smoke weed now, but neither does she. She's actually come out and said hi. Keaton's playing over here. You guys, I gotta change my battery. I didn't realize I was gonna be chatting with you guys about this stuff. You guys, yay, I'm so excited. I thought I didn't have any new batteries, and I was like, we're gonna have to end this quickly. I have one battery left that's actually charged, and it's not charged completely. So if we die, we die, but you guys, you're so crooked right now. But I want to keep going over this song with you guys, so I'm so happy that it is at least a little charged. Okay, so basically this song, let me just give some backstory to this song, even though I've already sang some of it to you guys. This song gets me so hyped, you guys, because it's basically about how, like, and I just relate to it so much, and people do not talk about this. It's basically about how your younger self, like, you know where there was that trend going around about your younger self being so proud of you? And like, oh, if your younger self saw you now, she would be so proud. And I wrestle with that. I wrestle with that so hard, to be honest. That is something that I wrestle with because I don't know if she would. I don't think she would. Honestly, I really don't. Because I was a totally different person then. Like, I really wouldn't like that I, swear now, and that I drank, and that I kind of give pushback. I don't just take things. I support things that I never thought I would support when I was younger. And so, like, when people refer to that and they're like, oh, I do this so that she looks at me and she's proud, it's like hard for me. That's like a hard thing to think about because I don't know if she would be, but I am. She is now. The version of her that I am now is proud of who I am. And I don't know if she would be. So this song hits really close to home for me because I just feel like she is literally putting all my words into a song. Basically, she says she'd hate that I've smoked weed and cussed frequently. She'd try to convert everyone I call a bestie. You'll throw shots in the dark and black out at a bar. There'll be good and there'll be bad parts. Someday you'll kiss a girl and you'll panic. Some guy will break your heart, you'll feel manic. Then you'll learn to let people have their opinions and talk about your traumas and like the body you live in. Someday you'll learn to keep your own secrets, say you're doing okay and really mean it. You'll lose your faith a bit and question if she's you. And for a while you might not like her, but I do. And it just hits me so much. I'm literally about to cry. I can't believe I get to see this live tonight. I'm so excited because I relate to these lyrics so heavily, and I'm so happy for like the work I put in to get to the point that I'm at, that I can relate to some of these lyrics, like that I love myself. And had I continued on the path I was on, where I was like just trying to be good girl, trying to be thin, trying to be exactly like a person that I dream, like the vision that I would have saw for myself growing up, it was not a healthy choice. It was not a me decision. Like, I feel so proud of me. Like, I love myself, and I didn't then. I didn't. So anyway, then she says, some days feel like whiplash, 180s, and you'll hate that. You'll label yourself just to take it back. Convinced you're not bi because you're, oh yeah, this is the part that's about her sexuality, which I love it so much. Convinced you're not bi because you're way too into guys, and the first time you have sex, you'll cry. You'll sometimes skip meals and numb how you feel, and you'll miss the old you. But here's the deal. Because I'm struggling. That good girl you were was really fucking bad at being real. Ugh. It just hits me so good. It's so good, you guys. Because I miss who I was then. Like, I miss the naivety of when I was younger. Like, even of my college years. I miss not knowing that I felt certain ways, that I had certain turmoils, or like, I miss the avoiding in me that I had when I was younger, because I was able to be so carefree. Like, anybody would tell you when I was younger, like, even though I was like strict with like, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do any of that stuff, I was very carefree, and I like had this persona about me. I think I still do, though, to be honest. I think it's just like a mourning of that person that I was. But then in the end, oh, the end's so good. Someday you'll think you'll disappoint your parents, but they'll love you not despite, but regardless. And you'll learn to let people have shitty opinions and talk about your traumas and love the body you live in. And man, is that not the most relatable thing ever? Like, I still think that. Like, I still in my head, like, sometimes I'm like, I'm disappointing my parents because I am not the person that I used to be. Like, I'm not light. I'm not a light person to be around. I'm kind of heavy, to be honest, not even just physically speaking, like, in the real world. And even now, like, you guys see, like, I'm heavy. Like, I don't take people's shit. I don't take things lightly, like, and but I used to not take them lightly either. I just held that in, the fact that I wasn't taking them lightly, or they came out in outbursts, where now I don't let that happen. I face things head on, so I'm difficult. I'm not like an easy person to deal with all the time, and because rather than holding it in, I express it, but they'll love you not despite, but regardless. Just hits so good. It hits so good. And then the talk about your traumas and like the body you live in, like, that just, the whole entire album, amazing. Every song. Like, that's only 2 of them, obviously. There's so many more songs that I could talk you guys' ears off about, but I didn't come here to do that today. But here I am doing it anyway. What I really wanted to show you guys were my FitVeil shoes. So I talked to you guys in a couple vlogs ago about my FitVeil shoes, and they are dirty now. Actually, it was in my Temu haul, now that I think of it. It wasn't even a couple vlogs ago. It was literally last week's video. And I ordered things to go in the back of them, which I actually haven't tried yet since I got that, because I haven't had to. So something I noticed, because, okay, let me just start over. I actually love the shoes. These ones specifically I love. These ones, so both of them are gorgeous. So pretty. You can tell they're worn. I literally have cat fur all over the heels of this one, and like the bottoms of them. Like, you can tell that I wore these shoes a lot, but that's a good thing. I wanted to wear them enough so that I could give like a real review of them. I'd say these ones, I'm gonna have them linked down below for you guys, but so comfortable. Something I love about FitVeil is that they give so much extra room in the toe box. It's something that I've also struggled with FitVeil. I'm being completely transparent with you guys, because so I love the extra room in the toe box, but then it's a struggle to find your actual size. Like, you have to measure your feet to know your size, because the back, like when they give me more room in the toe box for whatever reason, it makes the back more room too. I don't know why, but my heels slip out of it when I'm walking. Not these ones. These ones are amazing, actually. These ones, they don't slip out of at all. Love these ones. Walk all the time in them. These are the ones that I had the issue with, where the heels slipped out of them. Now, what I ended up doing was requesting them to send me new ones and asking for a different size, because their sizing is so specific. So you can choose wide. They have 0.5. You can choose wide toe box. So I'll have linked below everything that I got and like the one that didn't work for me, so this one is only a 9. And I usually wear 10.5 in regular people's shoes. So the fact that this is a 9, and I think I might have got extra wide toe box and sized down in the shoe, where before I got regular wide toe box. So there's wide, extra wide, and I think they might have regular too with no wide at all. But before I had gotten, oh, it's gonna be so confusing for you guys. I'm just gonna have it all down below for you guys to make it make more sense. But 10 out of 10, recommend. After walking in them, I have always liked Fitville shoes. It's just finding the right size is so complicated and irritating, to be honest with you. It's irritating because, but I get it because they're trying to make it fit your foot perfectly, and at least they give a diverse range, where with other shoes, like with most of my shoes, which I've talked to you guys about in the past, most of my shoes, like my foot hangs over this little ledge here because it's too wide. It doesn't do that at all with these, so they're amazing. I only use them for walking and for working out. I don't run, obviously. So I don't know how they would be like as a running shoe, but for just like daily wear, I like them. These ones I love. These ones I love more than those ones, for sure. But I also really like the color options. I feel like with most brands, like they don't go up to our size with like a prettier color. Or at least they're sold out in our size normally. Like when I'm looking for like a cute color like this is like a peachish pink color. Like it's just so cute, actually. I can never find them. So these are really adorable. That's my review on them. They are, I would give these shoes, depending on what size you get. Like there was a time, like before they sent me the new pair of these ones, I would have gave these shoes a 4. I would have said 4 out of 10. The size isn't working for me. I can't wear them because you can't wear them if your feet slip out. They sent me the new size, so now I would absolutely give them a maybe 8 or 9. They're probably actually some of the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn in general, especially if you're working out in like a house in your gym, a gym in your house or at the gym. I feel like these would be really good, but I wouldn't hike in them or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not really a hiking type of shoe. They're not, you just have to know you're doing low impact exercises with them, or you're just walking. I don't think they're built to be hiking shoes. They never said they were anyway, but you can tell, I mean, you might not be able to tell, but they're bigger for my feet. Like my feet fit in these so good. They're so great. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna wrap this up here because I gotta get ready for this concert. It's 10 a.m. right now, but Dominic's gonna be off at 11 because he took half the day off. We're gonna go together, and I'm so excited about it. So also, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I just said I was gonna wrap this up. Yesterday, since we're in real time right now, Tortured Poets Department, she added it to Eras Tour. Amazing, unreal set. Like, my friend and I have tickets to Canada. I think I've told you guys that already. We're absolutely going. We were both on the fence before. We were like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to afford to go to Canada. But now, like, there's no way we're not going to see that. Tortured Poets has become my favorite album. Ugh, I could just deep dive this so hard right now. I'm in a deep dive mood and I do not have time. But Tortured Poets, I know that you guys, if you guys saw that video, you know that like I really liked the album, but it has literally taken over for Folklore, like completely my favorite Taylor Swift album now. And the way she incorporated those songs, can we talk about the drum line? Can we talk about Love of My Life being a surprise song? Can we talk about the fact that she still is doing surprise songs? I'm just like, what? And some of these changes, you guys, were actually hilarious. So I was texting my friend while we were watching, and some of the changes. So she pulls out Tolerate It, right? Literally a 3.5-minute song, like not a very long song. She pulls out Last Great American Dynasty. Big moments for the show, mind you. Like big moments, big memorable moments for me personally. Also, what's the song? I Could Be Yours for the Weekend. That's not even it. What is it? 'Tis the Damn Season. Like, she pulled that song, and that's one of my favorite memories of the show, was 'Tis the Damn Season. But she pulls those out, right? And guess what she keeps in? She keeps in After Champagne Problems, looking around for 10 minutes. I mean, she did it much shorter than she used to, but I was just dying. I was like, so pulls out one of the songs so she can keep the looking at the crowd moment. However, she seemed very emotional at that show, like she almost seemed like she was crying. Oh, it was so good. The Love of My Life performance, the conviction in her words. I was like, wow, she is feeling those lyrics. Oh, so good. I have no notes because it was just so awesome. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me? Down Bad. The Fortnite performance where she literally did the whole entire music video on stage. What one am I missing? I feel like So High School. That is not my favorite song. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But the incorporation with But Daddy I Love Him, which is also not my favorite song. But now it's becoming it because it's not becoming it, don't get it twisted, but it's becoming a better one in my eyes because the performance was amazing, like, just so good, just completely amazing. But anyway, guys, I gotta wrap this up. I love you guys. We'll talk more about this later, but I love you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, by the way. Give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next time.
Like anything feels like losing a war, but I'll show you my lifeline if you show me yours. Fuck, I miss my friends. Why did I ever move to the city? I love him, but not like I love Ella, Juju, Rosie, and Sydney. The jeans don't fit right. I'm crying in the dressing room, and it's been a long time since I was someone who woke up early for Christmas or field trips in middle school. And I'm not mysterious anymore, but I'm still go, 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 good, oh, my tongue, you're fine, you're better. I always do punches and put up a fight, so why do I keep begging for you to treat me right? You could break my heart and not say thank you. At least that makes you think of me and some virtue. I know it sounds reckless that I put myself in danger, trying to let you hurt me to love another stranger. You could burn my house down, don't know how far, and all I'd be is grateful you're back at my door. I'm tired of asking if you're gonna love me or not. Are you mine or a blind spot? While the boys at the bar are buying us drinks. What? I was taking you inside my head. Hey, your skin's on my skin, but I still don't know what you think. What keeps happening between us? What is happening between friends? Hey! Hey, oh girl, tell me how you feel about me. Shake it up. Hey, oh girl, make up your mind with. And then I played it for my friends, and they told me that it was homophobic if I don't. And so, this is for the record. Let's do it. My hair's getting long, and I've toned down my blonde, and my skin has got a glow to it. I took out the trash, and now my sparkle is back, and I'm sure by now you've noticed. You rolled up and stole all my sunshine. I wish you well, and that's a big lie. Consider me your fuck up of a life. a shooting star, a shot in the dark, couldn't tame me for anything. And then I fell so hard, deep into your arms, until you were my everything. I was a reckless driver, I read through all your paper. You said you loved me, later you changed your mind. Now I'm just somebody I hate. You turn my colors to gray. Look at the person you made. I was special, oh that's what you used to say, until you took all my magic away. Look at the person you've made. You say you miss my fire, my hell-bent desire, the girl you could take. Only fucking two, but you made me choose to feel less or feel ashamed of being a reckless driver and bleeding through all your paper. So I made you my savior. Now I'm just somebody I hate. You turned my colors to gray. Look at the person you made. I was special, oh that's what you used to say, until you took all my magic away. Look at the person you made. I was special. Now I'm not special. You made me unspecial. I was special. You're real manic. Then you learn to let people have their opinions and talk about your traumas, like the body you live in. Someday you'll learn to keep your own secrets. Say you're good and really mean it. You'll lose your faith. Someday you'll kiss a girl and you'll panic. Someday you'll break your heart and you'll feel manic. Then you learn to let people have their opinions and talk about your trauma, like the body you live in. Someday you'll learn to keep your own secrets. Say you're doing okay, really mean it. You'll lose your faith and maybe question if she's you. For a while you might not like her, but I do. You might not like her. You might not like her. You might not like her. Someday you'll think you disappoint your parents. They'll love you not despite, but regardless. Then you learn to let people have shitty opinions and talk about your trauma, like the body you live in. Someday you'll learn to keep your own secrets. Say you're doing okay, really mean it. You'll lose your faith and maybe question if she's you. For a while you might not like her, but I do. I love you, Raleigh. Parker made me a leader at 13. They ran out of goals, supposed to stay was me. And that made the other kids kinda hate me. They showed me just how alone could be. I led worship when my best friend's mom died. And that was an honor, but if I'm honest, I was terrified. I was way too young to lead people to the other side. I thought so much about death I couldn't live my life. I was always way too young to be that good at growing up. Does anybody really know where all of the good kids go? I was always way too young. Now I can't catch up. I got drunk the first time at 23. 22 didn't rhyme. Total blackout, I didn't know when to leave. I hated playing, never have I ever so hooked up with a random stranger. I can't tell the difference between fun and danger. I was always way too young to be that good at growing up. Does anybody really know where all of the good kids go? I was always way too young. Now I can't catch up. Let's do Danny. I feel like that one needs to happen. I don't do it at every show because that'll wreck your voice, but I'm gonna do it today. Back in high school, right behind you, I liked how you looked in your blue suit. Sexual tension, call it a conviction. The way I looked at you.